it going today, everybody? Coming at you with just a shorter video in between tournament videos. Just gonna be like a quick tip. I haven't really done a lot of these, looking to do a lot more, but I'm gonna dive into one of the things that is kind of taboo. I wouldn't say it's taboo. Some people think it really matters, and some people think that it's just a gimmick. It doesn't matter as much. And that is scent on baits. Personally, I believe that scent does make a pretty big difference when it comes to getting more bites on pressured fish, for sure. I tell you what, living up here in the north, clear water and smallmouth bass, we all saw what happened when the flatworm came out the first couple tournaments, and they lit it up. Those smallmouth loved it. They still love it. They're a little bit more timid to bite it now than they used to be, but needless to say, it still works, and scent had a very large part to do with that. And after that all came out, I mean, you see all of these scent-infused baits. You got net baits coming out with bait fuel in their baits. Obviously, the whole Berkley Max scent line of baits has expanded and grown over the past couple of years. It's a big player when it comes into bass fishing, and some people think it really makes a difference, and some people just are like, it's just another thing to buy. And I would say I'm in the camp that it makes a difference. It definitely makes a difference. It gets more bites. But there is one kind of scent that, if you watched all my tournament videos, you've probably seen it a little bit here and there, but I did keep it kind of under wraps. But I carry all of them. I mean, I have the aerosol cans of the original stuff of the crawfish scent. I've been using that for years. Anytime I'm dragging tubes, pretty much, I have some sort of scent on it. Anything I'm dragging on the bottom that looks like a crayfish, especially when it comes to tournament time, I put scent on it. And if I'm not getting bites, I definitely tend to put more on. But another one that's really popular that a lot of people have is bait fuel. I've done a bunch of different things with this stuff. I put it on individual baits. I put it in the bags of baits. Yeah, I just feel like maybe it's just a confidence thing, but it definitely makes me feel like I get more bites. I mean, I've been in the boat with guys throwing the exact same bait as me. I have scent on it, they don't. I'm getting more bites. You know, so I believe it does make a difference. But this one is a little bit different. I've been using it all season on the invitationals, and I've definitely seen it make a difference. And Andrew Norby gave them to me, so if you follow his channel, you probably know what it is. If you don't, go over and follow his channel. But it is right here, Thump Gel. Comes in a little lip gloss container. Just twist it off, and you put it on, and let me tell you, this stuff sticks to your baits amazingly, and it does some things in the water that I've never seen other scents do. It is crazy. They got a couple other ones. I got 3 of them out here, the 3 that I use the most. This is one of their original colors, just so you can kind of see it up close. I don't know if I can get this thing to focus in on it all that much, but there's a bunch of different little flake colors in there. There's green, there's red, copper, and then this one was probably the most popular for me this year. I used this at Lake of the Ozarks on my jigs and stuff that I was throwing, but this is their trailer gel. It's more of a green pumpkin, dark green color, black flake, and then green and gold flake in it as well. And this one right here is called their cranking gel. And it's white with blue flakes and a little bit of, there's some other, you know, like lighter blue, clear-ish, you know, like silver flake, I guess is the best way to put it. It's silver flake. I use this on swim baits, on Damiki rigs, drop shots. I mean, I use this on drop shots too. Anytime I'm using, I just try to match the tubes to like the bait that I'm throwing the closest that I can. But I will say that on Eufaula, throwing that hollow body swim bait lathering it up in this thing turned a lot of those fish that I saw for a second on LiveScope into eaters. And it was pretty impressive how they were getting the bait. They weren't slapping at it, they were choking it. The first fish that I caught on a swim bait that I actually netted, and it was the only one with a swim bait that I netted, but it had the whole thing down its throat. Jake had to know you couldn't see the bait when I was bringing that fish in. So what this stuff does that separates it from, and they're not a sponsor of mine, by the way, I just really believe in their product and it really works and I've seen it work. But what this stuff does in the water, and I saw it because I dropped a little bit in, and you watch it disperse and you see sparkles shoot off. So imagine you got a bass staring at your jig on the bottom in a brush pile as it's just sitting there, and it's shooting sparkles off of it. I mean, it just looks different. It triggers them to bite, and on top of that, they're smelling it, and this stuff is super sticky. So take that same concept into this cranking gel when you're throwing a swim bait or a Damiki rig, and you got a fish following it real close, and it starts shooting sparkles off it that look like scales. It looks injured because you're working it erratically or trying to swim it away from them. It looks like it's trying to flee and it's hurt. It's going to trigger them to bite on top of the smell. It does make pretty, I mean, I've never been in the water to see that it makes an oil slick behind it, but I've put it in the water and seen it, and it does make a trail. So that's what it's doing behind your bait is you're swimming it. It's making a trail for them to follow. And just watching them commit to this stuff it's pretty awesome. So hey, this is Thump Gel. This is some of the juice that I was using this year. It worked for me on Lake of the Ozarks. I was putting this one on my football jigs, and it worked for me on Eufaula. I was putting this on the swim baits that I was throwing, and I've used it a bunch up north on Damiki rig and smallmouth. And all the other colors. I mean, I've caught fish on all of them in all sorts of different varieties and different scenarios. So head on over, check them out. Thump Gel Trailer Gel. I don't know what this one's called. It doesn't really have a name. It's just like the original. It just says Feel the Thump on it, and then the Thump Gel Cranking Gel. Y'all check it out. I'm gonna be dropping more stuff like this, kind of disclosing a little bit more, going in depth with some of the things that I did this year and some of the things that I've learned that work. Y'all, I started a Facebook group, and just to kind of give you guys more of a behind the scenes look at everything that goes on with me fishing the invitationals, working as a firefighter. Fitness is a very huge part of my life, and I kind of dive into it on that page. But I'm also going to be doing a bunch of behind the scenes stuff. This is I'm filming on the deck of my 2020-2021 Bass Cat era. My new boat is in, and I'm gonna go into the behind the scenes of what it takes to rig one of these things, get it all ready to go for the next tournament season. So head on over to Facebook. It's just my name, Andrew Banky Fishing. Join the group. You can ask me any questions you want on there. That'll give me ideas for more content. And I'm gonna keep it coming down the pipes for you guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll catch you out on the water. We'll see ya.